Hey guys, welcome back. So the party season is upon us, and for that I have created this lovely smoky blue eye. So this tutorial was in association with Simple, and I'm going to be showing you how to remove this smoky eye using their dual effect eye makeup remover and their hydrating cleansing oil. Loads of you are always asking me how to remove a smoky eye without leaving that panda eye effect, and I'm going to show you. To start with, I'm going to be using a black cream eyeshadow, and I will list all the products in the description bar. And using a synthetic blending brush, we're going to work that over the mobile eyelid, and we're going to pull it out at the outer corner, creating a slight cat eye shape. And then using another synthetic blending brush, we're going to blend the seams. You do have to work with this quite quickly because it does set pretty fast. Now don't worry if your product sets before you get to blend it, because we are going to be going back over this with a mix of cream and powdered eyeshadows. The reason I'm using a cream as a base is because it sets really well, and it's also very easy to work with if you work quickly. And also it's great for a smoky eye because the colour payoff is really intense, so it's a great base. So I'm going back in with the first synthetic brush that I used, and I'm re-layering that black over the same area that we've applied it, and then I'm going to re-blend it. The reason for this is because it's going to intensify the colour, and again this is going to give us that super dark base to work with for our smoky eye. The reason we use synthetic brushes is they work a lot better with cream products. If you're using a brush with natural hair, it's just going to go clumpy in the bristles. I'm using the very tip of the brush to take the colour just above my natural socket line. That way when I open my eyes, we still get a bit of smoke above our natural socket. Next I'm taking a black kohl pencil, and I'm going to apply that to the waterline halfway across from the outer corner towards the centre. Then I'm going to use one in a cobalt blue shade, and I'm going to apply that from the inner corner of the eye, going halfway across to meet the black. And again, I will list all the products used in the description bar below. Next I'm taking a matte black eyeshadow, and I'm using a fluffy blending brush, and I'm working this through the socket of the eye, so we're smoking out that black cream base at the seams. Be sure to tap off the excess product that you've got on the brush before you work your colour in, because you only want a very light amount. This is going to prevent you from taking a black eye all the way up to your eyebrow. Next I'm using a metallic blue cream stick, and I'm working that on top of the black on the inner half of the mobile eyelid. Now this one also sets, but it doesn't set as quickly as the black, so you have a little bit more working time with it. I'm using the same fluffy blending brush that we used to work out that cream black eyeshadow, and we're just going to buff that in over the black. The idea is to tone that blue down a little bit so it goes in with that smoky eye. Next I'm taking this emerald teal foiled eyeshadow, and using a damp brush I'm going to apply this colour to the outer half of the mobile eyelid. And I'm using a flat shader brush to do this because it's going to pick up the majority of the colour and pack it onto the eye. Using what's left on the bristles, feather that over the centre to blend into the blue. Next I'm taking this holochrome green shade, and using my finger I'm going to apply this to the very centre of the lids. Layering the colours is giving us a beautiful mix of tones, and also as it's super reflective, it's making the centre of your lids look bigger. Next I'm taking this bright royal blue foiled eyeshadow, and on a small fluffy blending brush I'm working this over the seam of the black eyeshadow, but I'm keeping it to the inner half of the eyelid. Again, this is about layering different colours in order to create more depth to a look, and in the flesh when this catches the light it's so beautiful. Next I'm taking this bright aqua foiled finish eyeshadow, and on a damp brush I'm applying this to the inner corner of the eyes. This really does give the most vivid, intense highlight to that inner corner, and it's a real contrast to that outer corner of our eye that's really dark and black. So if you're looking for something super eye-catching for the party season, then this is definitely the look for you. Next I'm going back to that vivid holochrome green, and I'm applying this underneath the lower lashes. Now don't worry if you get any fall down, because you can clean this up before you move on to your foundation. Going back to my matte black eyeshadow on an angled liner brush, I'm pulling this down from the outer corner underneath the lower lashes. Off camera I applied some mascara and some falsies, and now I'm moving on to my foundation. I'm using one that's quite full coverage. We want a nice flawless look to go with our super smoky eye. Now this foundation is a little bit on the yellow side, but that's okay because I'm going to take it down my neck, and I'm also going to add bronzer and blusher, and by the time we've finished it will all look normal. I'm setting it with a translucent powder to make sure everything's going to stay in place for the evening ahead. I'm applying a powder contour in an ashy shade, and I'm working that into the hollows of the cheeks. Now don't worry if your contour colour comes out a little bit too intense, just take your beauty blender and press that into the skin directly over your contour colour. It will immediately soften it. I'm then going in with a matte finish pinky blush shade, and I'm working that above the contour colour in the middle of the cheek, and again I'm using my beauty blender to soften that. If you don't like pink, you can always use a peach blush. For lips I'm using a sheer blush pink, When you're wearing such an intense smoky eye, it's definitely a good option to go for a nudie colour. Then over that, I'm using this Holochrome Opalescent lip gloss, and when you move, this gives off flashes of iridescent blues and greens, which matches the eyes. So you can also see now we've finished that the foundation looks absolutely perfect. So I hope you enjoyed the smoky blue eye. It's so simple to do, especially when you're working with cream products and then powders on top. So now I'm going to show you how to remove it so that you're not left with that panda eye. So this is a new bi-phase formula, which means it contains purified water and an oil-based formula. So you'll see that they're separate in the bottle until you give them a good shake. You'll probably find that with a lot of eye makeup removers you get that sting or a burning sensation, but you don't get that with this. Even though it's really effective at removing all the makeup, it's still really gentle and kind to your skin, and it's really effective at removing waterproof mascara or cream-based products that have got that really intense staying power. So I remove my lashes, and I'm going to give the bottle a really good shake to combine the oil and the water. I'm then going to soak a cotton pad, and you just want to simply swipe over your eye until you've removed all the makeup. How effective is that? It literally swipes straight off. I like to roll down my lashes and then up against my lashes to remove my mascara. So we're going down first, really gently. Don't want to rub the eye because it's delicate. So we're going to blink on and give it a wiggle. And then I just like to pull my lid down slightly and work that into the lash line. And what I like about this one is I don't get that blurry vision that I get with other oil-based makeup removers. So I take my cotton pad and I fold it in half, and then I just work that into the lashes. And as you can see, in less than 30 seconds I've managed to remove the entire makeup that I put on my eye, and I've not got any panda eye, I've got no mascara or liner between my lashes, it's completely clean. Now I'm going to clean the rest of my skin using the simple hydrating cleansing oil. If you saw my vampire makeup tutorial over Halloween, then you will see me using this to remove that makeup. So if you want to know more about this product, then go over and check out that tutorial. You only need a few drops to work that into the skin to really break down all of your makeup, and then you just simply wash that off with warm water. This one is only meant for the face, so use your dual effect eye makeup remover first and then use your hydrating cleansing oil. So apart from my face being a bit red from where I washed it, it's all completely clean and no panda eyes, no makeup left on my skin, and I'm back to being fresh. I will link both the dual effect eye makeup remover and the hydrating cleansing oil in the description bar below. Please give the tutorial a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, or comment below to let me know what you thought. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and if you've missed my previous tutorials you can click on these now also.